Hello, and welcome to Mafia City Roleplay. First time not saying Eclipse, but let me turn the radio off real quick. But kind of what I did with Eclipse at the beginning, I want to do some tutorial videos at the beginning just to show everyone how to kind of play on the server. I might be doing an overview as well, just to give everyone kind of like explain everything about the server, all of the different opportunities you have, all the different things you can do. Because a lot of them aren't kind of explained right off the bat, and they're a little bit hard to figure out. So I thought I'd do a video today, at least, on the different starter jobs. I'm going to be excluding two jobs from this, which would be fishing and log cutting, because they're going to be implementing bags soon, and that will change a lot of it. And I want to do a separate guide for fishing, since it's a little RNG with the fishing, and as all jobs are a little bit RNG, as you'll see later on. But because you can get different items from fishing, so I kind of want to do a full guide on that to see kind of the amount of money you can make, because there's going to be a wide range of different stuff. So it's going to be interesting to do that video hopefully soon. But today I wanted to go over the 4 main starting jobs, again excluding woodcutting and fishing. So I'm going to be showing you guys mining, I'm going to be showing you guys the garbage truck job, the trucker job, and the mineral transport job, which are the 4 kind of main starting jobs you can get. Again, you can do other jobs like stuff in the government, or pretty much anything. There's again, I want to do an overview video just to show you guys all of the different ways, or all the different ways you can go on the server. But for now, I think that's going to be about it. So I'm going to show you guys. I know I did this earlier with Eclipse when it was first coming out, and the video was like almost 40 minutes long. So I'm going to try and keep this one pretty short. What I think we're going to do is do a short tutorial on each job, and I've already tested out how much money you make in each job, so I want to do a short tutorial on each one and how to do each one and the best way to do them. And then I want to tell you guys kind of how much money you can make an hour. Again, I tested this along with a couple other people, so hopefully most of the numbers are accurate. But that's basically how we're going to do it, because the last time I did it for Eclipse, again, it was very long, so I want to keep this one kind of concise. So I think what we're going to do is start off with actually the, I think we're going to start off with the mining job. So again, just going to show you guys a little tutorial showing you how much money you make, and then at the end of the video, I'm going to show how much money each job makes, and the best jobs, and the pros and cons for each one. So if you want to just skip to that, if you already know how to do each job and you don't want a tutorial, just skip to that. I'll have a bunch of timestamps in the description. This should hopefully help out. But I hope you guys enjoy. I'll see you guys once we get to the mining job, which is going to be the first job we're testing out. Alright, so before you totally go to the trucking yard, I recommend, oh there's a guy here, but I recommend going to either this rental or the rental over here and renting out a Fagio, or like one of the little moped things, for a little bit, because it's actually easier than having a car, and a lot of new players also don't have vehicles right in the start, obviously. So it helps out a bit, and it's a bit easier to maneuver in the dirt. So let me quickly turn this car off. Make sure it's locked. And now let's go rent one out real quick, just so I can show you guys how I actually do it. Alright, so we're gonna go rent one out. There we go. And it's only $25, doesn't cut really that much off of your profit. And now what we're going to do with the moped is we're going to go all the way over to the mining job, which again is the gem on your map over on this side of the map. And then I'll catch up with you guys once we finally get there. But I was just telling you guys that you should, or at least I recommend renting one, because it makes it a lot faster to go between mines, as you'll see. And it just makes everything a bit easier in general. So I'll cut back once we get over there. Alright, we just got to the mining job. So what we're going to do is, of course, remember to lock your whatever rental you have, or else people will steal it, which I've had a couple times. So then we're going to go over here. All you have to do is hit Y, and before you do, make sure you don't have a job over on this side. Make sure you have no job. And then you should hit Y, and you should be able to have this little thing pop up. Hit yes, put in your in-character name, hit accept job, and then you should be able to hit Y one more time, and it will spawn your first marker, which is this little thing. And it'll also give you a estimated mining time, and this is where the RNG comes in, because the longer the time, the actual more you get paid per one. And I believe you get 6.5 per every 10 seconds you're mining. And I believe that if it is 5 seconds, I'm not sure if it rounds up or rounds down, I completely forget. But, so again, usually, just again, take the, obviously the most quick path. Just make sure you're not obviously jumping off of any cliffs or anything, but like paths like this, you can go pretty easily with the moped. And then what I do is I go right to the white marker, park right next to it, hit F so you get off, and then you can immediately hit Y and start mining. I believe that's the fastest way. And then after you're done mining, it will give you another marker, and you basically go there, and then you mine that one, and you do this kind of over and over again. Now the part that is mostly the RNG with this is that it can give you different times, and it can also give you different locations. So let's say after this one, there could be a location literally right here, so I only have to go from there to there, and it can either be, like say it's 200 seconds, I'm going to make a ton more money doing that than if it's like a 10-second one and it's all the way up here and I have to go through a bunch of stuff. So it's pretty RNG with how the mines spawn. I'll actually wait till this one's over, and then I'll show you guys to see kind of how it works. So when this one's over, it should spawn another one. Alright, so we got another one, and this one's right back where we were, so we're going to go back over there. And now if you look in the top left, we can see that it's also 20 seconds. So we know this one's going to give us about $12 to $13, I believe. Something is a little weird, so then we're going to want to go with the best route there, which again, we're going to just want to cut through that. And then we can't go over there really, but we can cut up here. That's basically how the mining job works. Again, you're going to want to go right up to the white circle, make sure you're right next to it. And then you should be able to just get off and hit Y, and then you just do this over and over again. And it's pretty, I don't know, it's pretty easy, pretty nice. I definitely recommend it for most players. And now the part that everyone wants to know, how much money do you make an hour? So doing this, I've had a couple different things. Again, I've had to do it, I think I tried 2 separate hours of this, timed hours I mean. And then I've had a couple numbers from a couple other people. But it's looking like on average you make around 1.3 to 2.4k an hour. Now again, this varies a lot because of the RNG of the amount of time it takes to mine, which again, the higher the amount of time it takes to mine, the more money you get, and as well as the location. So again, most of these jobs have a lot of RNG involved, but that kind of makes them interesting. But I think it's going to be about it for mining. Again, once you get here, you just come over, hit Y, accept the job, and then go to each one of these locations and basically go mine there, and that's basically the whole entire job. Now, one other thing is that sometimes when you go to accept the job the first time, one of these markers will not show up, and to fix that glitch, all you have to do is just hit Y again, and it will hopefully fix it for you. So I think that's going to be about it for this for now. And there's Andy, which is Bob on this server. And I'll go and talk to you guys once you get to the next job, which I think is going to be the mineral transport. So I'll see you guys once we get there. How's it going, Andy? So I'll see you guys in just a little bit. Alright, so we are at the mineral transport, which again is, if you look at the map, it's near the southeast. It's this little kind of red fire truck looking thing. I'm not exactly sure what to call it, but you just drive into here. I usually park around here. It doesn't really matter too much where you park. Let's make sure our thing's locked, engine's off. And let's go sign up. Again, make sure you are not part of any previous jobs. Then you should be able to go over here, hit Y, and then again do the same thing, hit the agree, and then put in your in-character name, accept, and then you hit Y again. You should be able to choose which one. Again, it's a little bit, there's not too much difference between the two. I usually choose the rubble truck, so I think we're going to choose that. But let's make sure that it doesn't, I think it shouldn't spawn on top of his. So let's spawn that in real quick. Let's go grab it. Hopefully it didn't spawn on his. No, it didn't. Alright, we're fine. So we're going to go grab our truck, make sure it's ours. Should unlock it. There we go. Let's get in. And then it will give you a route. Now the thing about the mineral transport job is that it's the same exact route every time. So it's really easy if you get it down to just kind of be auto kind of doing it, not having to pay too much attention. So the first route is from here all the way up to near the mines, and it's going to be about 3.4 miles. And then the route after that, which I'll show you, is from there all the way to, I believe, somewhere in the city. Or actually, I might not show the marker until you have it. But I'll catch up with you guys once we get to the first destination. Now again, all you're going to have to do is just drive there. So it's from here all the way up to around here. So let me know if you guys once we get there. And I'll show you guys what I do the next part. So I'll see you guys very soon. Alright, so we're just arriving. So again, you're just going to want to turn in quickly. And then you want to go to the red marker, which is right down here. And then when you get to the red marker, you should be able to hit Y, and it should start, I believe, loading in some stuff. So you're going to load in the minerals that you're going to be transporting here, and then it will give you the next route, which I'll show you in just a second. Alright, and then the next point is 1.75 miles away. And again, it's okay, so yeah, it does only show up once you get the load first, is the route right here. So you're going to want to go drive over there. I'll show you guys once we get there real quick. So let's go drive over there real fast. Alright, so we are at the next point. So this is the drop-off point. Jeez, the weather it makes this a bit annoying. But it's the next point. We're going to go over here, and again, as with the other one, just hit Y, and it should start processing the minerals. And then, in just a second, once we're done, it will give us the final destination, I believe, back to the original lumberyard, or the original mineral yard. So we have processed it, and now, again, I recommend going out this way, since it's a bit weird going out the other way. So you go for here. It's usually the way I go out. You either go out for that entrance, or you can go out for here, if there's, no cops nearby. And then you should be able to just go right through. Again, that is I usually go that way because the entrance gets clogged up sometimes. There's a lot of people doing it, which there haven't been in quite a while. But we're going to go over to the next destination, and I'll meet you guys once we're there. Alright, so just before we get to the back to the drop-off, I wanted to say something real quick, just because a lot of people are confused about the economy and how much money you're supposed to be making. So on this server, because I know a lot of the viewers are from Eclipse, on this server the economy is a lot different, so everything is kind of in more quote-unquote realistic prices. So you make a lot less per hour as you do on Eclipse, but on this server everything costs also a lot less. Like for instance, a burger here will cost about like $10 to $15, and like a starting car will cost anywhere from 10 to like 20 grand, and then so on and so forth. And the properties also are a lot different, so that's why all of the economy seems a bit different from what we're used to. Just wanted to say that real quick, just so people understood that it's not the same as Eclipse where you're making around like 10k an hour. It's a bit less, but that means everything else is also a bit less, and it makes a bit more sense. So I just wanted to explain that real fast. But we are actually back at the unloading point, and when you get to here, same as with the other two markers, you just hit Y and you will unload your truck, and then you should be getting $300, I believe. So right now we have $783 at our paycheck, and now we should be up to $1,083 after this, I believe. Let's see, and then it'll also give you the route back if you want to continue doing the job to there, and then you have to go back over to there again and then come back. But let's check out, let's not block this guy. There you go, you've received $300 for this route. And again, this is, so on average you make for this job, I'm pretty sure that's all you will need to know for this job. Again, you drive over to the location right here, you grab your truck, and you sign up for the job, then you drive up to here, you grab the minerals, go over here, process them, bring them back, and unload them here and get paid $300 each time for that. And so within an hour, you can make anywhere from 1.8k to 2.1k an hour. And the reason this job is a lot better than a lot of the other jobs is for one reason, is that it's super consistent. As you'll see, there's a lot of RNG, especially as you saw with the mining job. There's a lot of RNG, so you can make either a lot more or a lot less, depending. And same with the trucking and the garbage job that I'll show you guys very soon. But basically that's the one advantage the mineral transport has over the other jobs, is that it's super consistent, and you can always be pretty much guaranteed, again, 1.8 to 2.1k an hour from it. Alright, so now we are going to actually be heading over to the trucking job, and I'll notify you guys once we get there. Alright, so we are at the trucking job, and again, I'm gonna lock it, turn off the engine, make sure we do. Again, if you have a rental vehicle, it doesn't matter too much because they will just despawn anyways, but if you do have a vehicle of your own, I recommend just parking it there. At this point, there's not really anyone who's going to steal it because there's no shops known really yet, and a lot of stuff that's not implemented. So we don't have to worry too much about that at the moment, unless someone just wants to steal our car for no reason. But, that's weird, the trailer's spawning over here now. But what we're going to want to do is, again, we just with the, let me turn the VoIP down a bit.
I found him.
But we're going to come over here. We're going to hit Y as we did with the other one. Same exact thing. Signature here. and then hit accept, and then we're gonna hit Y again.
This is your fucking red hair.
And then I've been testing I've had everyone test out different ones, and basically it's concluded that definitely the Packer is the one worth the most money. So we're gonna hit that, hit next, and then I've also I've had people test out different ones, and it seems like the vehicle one is the one where you make the most consistent money. So we're gonna go with vehicles, hit start. And again, you do need to get a license for this, which I believe is $500. So there is a starting cost. Oh wait, I guess the vehicle spawned over here now. So we're gonna go grab our Packer that we had spawned in. Let's go over here and grab it. And you know it's yours when you're able to unlock it. So there we go, unlocks it. Let's get in real quick. Alright, and then you should have to go pick up your trailer, which will spawn at the other side of the trucker transport lot. Let's go over here. I don't believe it matters which one, although I have been having some problems if you grab the wrong one, but I believe ours should be this one. So let's grab our thing real quick. Let's do a little reverse. Alright, so let's pick this up, and then it should give you a route to your first destination. Alright. Or no, so we have to first go and actually quote-unquote load up the vehicles. So where it's going to take you is either going to be over here or over here. They're both, I believe, the same ones, just random at which one you fill up on. So we're going to go over and fill up our vehicles, and I'll meet you guys once we get over there. Alright, so we're just about at the loading dock. So what we're going to do is come over here and then hit Y on this little white thing, and it will start loading up the truck. And then when the truck is done loading up, it will give you a destination, and this is kind of where the RNG aspect of it comes in, which I'll hopefully be able to show you. Alright, so again, turn our thing on and start going, but it gave us a destination, which let me just move over here so I'm not in anyone's way. But it gave us a destination of, it looks like motorsport. So the big thing about the RNG, let's let him go first. The big thing about the RNG of this job is that if it does give you a lot of spawns in the city, you can be making a ton of money, but you can also get really unlucky and get spawns in either Polito or Sandy. So this one, again, with the other jobs, has a bit of RNG besides mineral transport, which is the only one that doesn't have a lot of RNG. But that's going to be pretty much it. I will show you guys the drop-off, and then after you drop off the vehicles, same kind of with the mineral transport, you go back to one of the 2 loading bays, which I said earlier, and get another load, and then it will give you another RNG destination, which again can be any of the different vehicle dealerships either in the city or in the Polito or Sandy Shores. So I think that's going to be about it for now. I'll catch up with you guys once we get to the drop-off point. Alrighty. So we are here at Motorsport. We're going to go deliver these. Now if you get the one at Motorsport, I definitely recommend driving around and not trying to go through there since it's kind of hard to get. So we're going to drive around, go over here, and then deliver it. Alright, so hit Y again once you get onto the white spot, and we'll start unloading the vehicles. And then when it is done unloading the vehicles, I believe we get our money. There we go. Made 375, and of course, since we get 5% rent for the vehicles, make sure no one's coming so we don't block anyone off and get out of here. So we made, again, 375 minus $19 for the rent of the truck. But now we're going to go, again, if you want to continue the job, all you do is you basically get routed back to the loading area, which again is either here, which it was last time, or this time it's here, or not there, here. So basically you would just go back there, get another load, and then transport the vehicle to the proper destination. But it looks like we just crashed. Alright, so we crashed, but we are back now at the truck yard, and I'm going to explain how much money you make. I'm not exactly sure what got cut out and what didn't before we crashed, but basically, the thing about this job is it's very RNG based, and I've had it where literally for almost 2 hours or 3 hours straight I'm only getting ones in the city, and you make a ton of money. But if you start getting them up in Polito or up in Sandy, which is I believe just this one dealership up in Sandy, and then just, I forget where there's one around here. Is it this one? I'm not exactly sure, but there's one both up north you can get, and then all the way up in in Polito you can get. So again, it's pretty RNG based, but if you are getting a lot in the city, and you do get pretty lucky, you can make anywhere from 1.8 to about 3.5k an hour, which is pretty much the best paying job. But the thing is, you do have to get lucky, and you do have to hopefully get most of your jobs inside of the city and know the proper routes and do it perfectly without crashing, stuff like that. But I believe that's going to be about it for the trucker job. Now again, you can make anywhere from around 1.8 to 3.5k an hour, and this can change depending on if you ever get different deliveries in different places and how much time it takes to get to each place. Again, if there's any crashes or like roadblocks or stuff like that, it takes up time as well. But I think it's going to be about it for the trucker job. And I think we're going to go over to the garbage job, which is again right over here, so a little bit north of the trucker job. And I'll meet up with you guys once we get there. Hope you guys have been enjoying this guide so far. And again, with the start of the Mafia City RP server, I'm going to be doing quite a few guides before we start focusing more on RP and stuff, just because, you know, the server is growing. Everything has to kind of develop and flesh out, so it might take a bit before we start having some really interesting RP. But for now, I thought I would make some guides and tutorials for new players coming to the server, kind of explaining what to do and the best ways to do it. So I will see you guys once we get to the garbage job, and then I will go over all of the different jobs and how much money you can make in each, and the different pros and cons of each, and I will see you guys very soon. Alright, so we are at the garbage job. So let's quickly do our amazing parking job. Make sure it's locked, make sure the engine's off. Because on Mafia City, if you have your car on and you're not in it, it still will use fuel, which I think is kind of a interesting feature. So again, want to come over here, hit Y, and then do the regular signature stuff. So agree, and then your name, and then hit accept job, and you hit Y again to spawn your vehicle, and it should be giving you a route. So we just got a route for the cleanup. So basically what you do is go to each point, which I will show you guys in a second. So which is our first point, which is up here. We're going to go drive up there, and I'll show you guys what you do once you get to the different points. So I'll see you guys in just a second once we get over there. Alright, so we are at our first trash collection point. So let's go over here real quick. Park right quickly on the side, as you do. Get out of our truck, and we're going to go run over to the dumpster. Which again, these randomly spawn around, and it will direct you to each one. And then you hit Y to clear it, and it should, there you go, bring a little garbage bag on you. And then you're going to want to run over to your garbage truck, go to the back of it, and hit Y. And it will throw it back in the back, and then it should give you another one. Which again, a quick tip, if it is kind of nearby, it's not worth getting in your garbage truck and driving around. It's worth just running over to it, grabbing it, and bringing it back, since the garbage truck is pretty slow, does not handle the best, so it's definitely worth running over to go get it if it is quite close by. So let's grab that, and then let's go run back. And now, so each run of garbage, from what I've seen at least, seems like it gives you anywhere from, I'd say, 5 to 10 garbage bags, or 5 to 15 garbage bags. So what we're going to go do is go around, collect the rest of these, and then I will actually put this in. And then there's, again, this one we're going to probably want to drive to. So we're going to go do all of these real quick, and then I will catch back with you guys once we're back at the HQ. After we've done this quick run here, I'm going to finish this up off camera because this will take a little bit. And then I'll explain how much money you make with garbage, and then I'll do a quick breakdown of the 4 jobs, the 4 starter jobs, which one's the best, the pros and the cons, and which ones I think people should start doing. So either way, I'll see you guys in just a little bit. Alright, so we finished up with our trash collection, so now we're going to go back over here and make sure all the trash is put away. Now these things are a little bit weird to maneuver. I definitely recommend using the e-brake quite a bit. It definitely helps out, because they're very bad turning radiuses on these things. But we're going to get over here, and then $330 for the route. So let me, oh shit, I almost ran him over. Alright, so we're going to, again, as you saw before, all of the different locations are all randomized. So this one's, again, all the way up here, but it could be just, like, right around here. So there is a lot of RNG involved, but let me go put this back, and then I can go over how much money you make doing this job in an hour, and all of the other jobs compared. So I'll cut back once we're going to go put this away real quick. Alright, so we are back. So with the garbage job, it seems you can make anywhere from kind of around, I'd say 16 to 1800 to around probably 2500 per hour. So not exactly the best job, but I think that's going to be about it for this video. So I'm going to do a quick breakdown of the different jobs real quick. So as a conclusion, so starting off, again, we had mining in the beginning, which could again give around anywhere from I think I said 1.8 to, believe, almost 3K. Again, I said probably something a bit lower, but the RNG of that is a lot because I've seen people get a bunch of different numbers. So I said again, the mining job is most likely going to be the least kind of reliable. So I definitely put that at the bottom of the list, but actually at the complete bottom of the list, I think we're going to definitely put the garbage job because it's a lot of actual work. I believe we just had to do around 15 garbage run, or 15 actual like grabbing the garbage from the trash bin and bringing it into the truck, and I believe it can either be more or less, but the garbage job is super RNG, not super easy, and kind of a pain since you're driving the garbage truck, which is probably one of the worst driving ones out of all of the jobs. So it goes probably at this point, garbage on the bottom, and then above that slightly would be the mining job in terms of money, and then above that I believe the mineral transport is going to be one of the most used jobs in the future, or one of the most consistent ones, because you always get the same route. So if you don't want to worry about possibly getting routes in the trucking job all the way up in Paleto or Sandy, I definitely recommend the mineral transport because it's super consistent. You can do it over a lot of time, just play music or something while you're doing it to farm up some money. And again, from that job, you can get anywhere from 1.8 to 2.1k an hour, and it's super consistent, which is really nice at that job. And then the last job, which I think is the best earning job, or potentially best earning job, would be the trucker job with, again, around anywhere from 2k to 3.5k an hour. Depending on your different routes, it can be possibly less than 2 and possibly more than 3.5k. But if most of your routes are really close in the city, you can be making a ton of money. But if you're getting a bunch of Sandy and Paleto runs, it's going to definitely slow down your money quite a bit. But overall, after doing quite a bit of trucking and quite a bit of the other jobs, I believe trucking with the 5% vehicle and transporting vehicles is the best way to make money. But I think that's going to be actually about it for this video. Hopefully it gave you a little bit of a guide or tutorial for the different jobs on Mafia City. And again, the economy over here is a lot different, so that's why it seems like you're making a lot less. But I think that's going to be about it for this video. So if you did enjoy, please leave a like, and if you want to, subscribe. And hopefully you guys are gonna be enjoying the up and coming Mafia City RP content. Again, as I said before, it's not going to be a ton of RP at the beginning, just because everyone's going to try and get stuff established, make money, stuff like that. But I will be making some guides at the beginning and tutorials, so you guys can kind of figure out how the server works. But until then, I hope to see you guys very soon, and hope you enjoyed.